So like from the homepage they offer like everything and more than I would need, but especially this one. Um, that would be like exactly what is about in my case, but the reality is so they write the answer in basically the next day if it's a working day. The reality is where do I have it? The peer. So the reality is they probably don't even know that you see last seen today at so that's better than the before it was the 5th of January. So I shared that as well. But like not even a generic response. And like here I do not expect it differently, but exactly the same happened here, of course. So if you check out their homepage, they offer basically the same, charge a lot more for it, but so like all of that all of that is at the moment inexistent. It's just on the homepage, and this is the guy that has to keep up that it is working. So yeah, I mean yeah. The next useless bunch is my 45 broadcast. I will stop this. There is no point. Like they, in the best case, like my parents at the moment, they just don't want to be involved, and then they don't want to, basically they don't want to deal with me. It doesn't matter what it costs, but they just want me like under control, silent. So the best solution, my brother was part of that attempt as well, would have been an institutionalized living situation. So that's what they tried. And now it would have been their responsibility to find a solution with the psychiatrist. But I had to do it on my own. And the coaching I'm looking for would include that. So this is probably pre-programmed that it will not work out, me and Spasejevic. But they don't dare. They never dare to act. So it was exactly the same 2021, and they never come to the point that they actually they rather well, but for me that's doesn't change that I think it's a useless bunch, my parents especially, but I can work with that. So the same you have here. So I don't know why they keep up, like, so for the last weeks it's just like posting cars, and someone is now bragging. So he seems like unbanned now for like a couple days. So there is no substance now that the the community runs servers. That's on Discord, but I mean, they are all in their like 40s or late 30s. They have nothing. They found nothing better. That's still what they are doing. So the same on the FFA Discord. And I feel bad for them. So they have no, they don't even dare to grow up. You don't have to do that all the time. You can still play like an FFA event twice a year or something. But like they are just stuck. And so I contacted the best. It was the best teammate I had. So he was the best on the server, like in Go Muffin. So that's the first completely AI generated game I tested, but it's similar to like Raid Shadow Legends. So the issue is with all those games that they just run because there are a couple whales that just like they will spend $10,000s of dollars on those like in-game energy and well, you know it with those gacha games, and then there are like auto chess. So there was a mobile version, but like it's those are the only games I can play now. So those auto clickers. Now in Switzerland it's not allowed microtransactions, and I was never close to actually install a VPN to like this is like when I think what I'm about to do, then I don't do that. But if it would have been like possible to buy without this hurdle, I would have done that, I guess. Like all those like Roblox children and Diablo Immortal, it's always that issue. So the issue is that even if you become the absolute like dominator on a server in such a game, even Asheron's Call is more like meaningful than that. And so I'm still looking for a talent, and I will just start again explaining my this LitRPG fantasy novel. So I think it's a good example. So this fiction, how does that so like this, right? So this is a good example. What I mean, I read it, but now it's on a hiatus, and about the same size as my work, but like it's a very quick read. So and in my opinion, they are all like similar. So yeah, this is just an example what like how that. So there is like the legendary Moonlight Sculpture arc, the legend. Then you had initially those machine translations from like from the Korean often adapted, and so the real successful stories later got like taken down, and then there was like an audiobook and anime adaptation. So it's like that's what it was like a decade ago, right? or even more now. And well, they're like they are all basically it's all basically the same, and the different beginnings can be interesting, but like yeah. So my issue is with those. So this editor helped me to write like the first 30 pages. So up to this initiation quest. And those are well edited. I do not expect ever to find something of similar quality. But like if they wanted, like all those that live in the shelter and on government money and are now designing cars with women and somehow them uh, involved, uh, like if I would pay for like doing this kind of machine translation uh, of of yeah. That's definitely worth a read, just as it is. And then the first chapter is like, well, I would need to update it, but I'm not feeling. It was more a test if I'm actually able to move around like chapters. And so here I didn't know how to upload images, and it's still like not that simple to host images externally. So then this the initiation quest, the Colosseum Pass. So this is about I know it's not even taken down. So it's about this um, uh, mini giants.io. So as an example of how you get pulled into the gacha games, and this is a complete like scam, because unlike in Asheron's Call, we tried. So it's not possible to join the same arena. It's just you are just playing bots, but like the quality of this game is actually more fun than the ones they pay for. It's just the ones that will like have this tendency to get addicted by this. They will for them it's enough to like get hooked, and because it's such a like it's not the game is not dangerous, so it's not like age restricted at all, but the promotion ads you have to watch, they are dangerous, right? So yeah, but and then for the most part they don't get that they are actually just playing versus bots, and like Raid Shadow Legends for the most part is like at some point there are the servers where you have an infinite amount of like diamonds or whatever the currency is, and then if you could test that, like I bet after like 4 or 5 hours you have seen it all. You have enough. Like it's this boring, but they are paying like 50,000 a year to play that on their own versus the bots. It's like it's unbelievable. But that's the reality. That's the gist of it. And so I made this example with this dungeon crawler. this is one of the best GitHubs, like free, also like open source that you can see the code, because this is not AI. This is not yet AI. So like the code and like how those assets are. So I tried with my game developer friend, like from Austria, but so far it did not help at all. Like he's just like not going to, yeah. And then there you have this post that was during these lunar eclipses. So here you would have the challenge. You find this. I even made a Discord channel. Well, basically no one dared to join yet, so I gave it up. But this is the real challenge. So this what was the only star cousin prime in range. So you could farm for this value item, but this only makes sense if you are like in a prison for real. So because you can play this offline and it's actually fun. So this dungeon crawler I recommend. So it's actually fun, and like if you want to do the challenge, so far there is no first clear. It would really be less. I tested it. It would be less than half an hour, but you have to load the code I mentioned, right, from the Google Drive. So it's promotion as you have to do. I would only change the like that I maybe but I want that you check it out properly, right? So like, what if you want to like do your own game project? And well, the first clear of Kerberos is actually, I don't know, I think I even offer 5 spins on the roulette. So this is just to show Wehrgeld has a real value. So that was my haul. And so that's already, like, if we go to the fiction index. So that's already, so that with the Schaukelpferd and Charon is just to show for that ChatGPT was surprisingly surprisingly helpful already. So my brother, they kind of, first it was that they kind of were looking for a PhD to like with the neural network, like translate old like German script to like High German. So from, yeah. And then they hired some like Asian freelancers, and they don't know, they just write down those signs. So they type down those signs. They don't know the language, and then you compare if they are mistakes. So that's why you need 2. But now with ChatGPT, this is really something that works. So we tested with my like there is one like grandmother that was wrote a screenplay and so on. Also wrote an author, right? And then we have like much simpler content-wise the challenge with Asheron's Call. So if you don't know, never tried a game that is like, I would recommend Ashen's Call. So if you set it up, so like it's way better than old school rules. You will not get without investing months on the level when it comes to like the tournaments or like PvP, but it is so much more challenging, like for example than World of Warcraft hardcore even. So like yeah, I would recommend that, and just the lore of the game, and even like how a game should yeah, that's but it's basically just promotion for like that you try old games. Then well, that's all, and there is a reward. So if you manage to set it up, then we can play a game of chess in Asheron's Call. Well, this is then more about poker. So that's, for me, that's the toughest addiction, and it is not that poker didn't like there is a lot more than, for example, with soccer that I still like use from what I learned from like my poker times. But a big part is this addiction. So basically, it's all about that you have to find someone like this monarch for a duel. So like complete addicted rich gambler, and then well, that's the part I never not even remotely. So that's just not for me. That you kind of, well, you kind of have to suck up to them and then somehow get invited to a VIP game, and that's just like and more often than not you just well, get scammed. So that's, yeah, they are not that stupid, but yeah. Then, well, that's basically the intro. Because then it would be about that you get away from those addictions and how. And the only it's not the only path, but like that's why you need this counseling. So like at the right time. So you would need someone in your like psychosocial environment with like 12, 13 years you can trust, with like well, like the hat in Harry Potter, so that you so then I tried to make the same promotion for this game of yeah, and like, well, there is like, there is a lot, and it's all preparation for the main course. So that I really need a talent for this scientific proof that God exists. But without without attempting those challenges, there is no point. We cannot even like we cannot even talk about like so I thought it through. I don't think the challenge is essential, but it's definitely better than nothing. So like, and so far they contributed nothing. So what can I do, right? So if you really have like, you think you're talented, then we can skip the first part. So that's again so it's promotion for my homepage as well, of course. So that's that's this part. So the first clear for this challenge. So if you just manage one, like this code challenge for the numbers riddle is basically free. The password is more tricky, but if you use ChatGPT with the hints, the word value, then it's even like it doesn't take a couple minutes if you you need from the four you need only three for the first clear, and the first will for the first I will give you full copy of the book which you need for the next steps. So the and then there is this with the YouTube channels that you for the reward. So if I have to pay out roulette or what it is, before I do that, you will have to follow the three YouTube channels I mentioned. But it's not more than that. That's all that will be requested. So basically about the same trouble as this year my tax returns I will really manage in 3 minutes, as it should be when you have nothing to declare, right? So yeah, and well then that's that. So I don't see why I should give I don't know if with that the Ghostwriter or the family behind that or like the neighbors I gifted a copy of the book. Like if this is not enough, then you are just not you will never be part of like this. So I'm sorry, that's not how it works. Like you will always belong like my parents to the part of humanity that is not really relevant for the Song of Songs. And that's just how it is. So that's not like and for that it doesn't help much, this project. And I think it's a huge challenge that like if you belong to the part that just doesn't get numbers, has no flair for but that's not the case with the ones that end up in those like worst addictions. So the gamers and like Dota auto chess players as well. And there the issue is that with 40, so for the second 50 years of life, they would have potential, but they have nothing. They have nothing, and that's where I really think this might help a lot. But for someone that just doesn't get music, they philosophy, they don't want to solve puzzles, so they don't want to be challenged. I mean, it's a completely, you need a completely different life strategy, which I don't have. So there maybe Tina would be the better Zoom call. So there and yeah, but yeah. I cannot like